So today we are at Taj Vivanta, Faridabad, and we got a chance to meet Mr. Aditya Kinra, who is the Vice President, Regional Operations, Tata Teleservices. Am I right, sir?
Sure.
Okay, so thank you so much for giving me an opportunity, and we always looking forward to know more about the brand, your initiatives, and all the channel plans. So I'll be asking a quick round of queries with you. So may I go ahead? Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Okay, so to start with this interaction, which is about your today's program. So overall, if we can talk about the Tata Tele Business Services, so how do you see the growth communication technology in last few years, especially post COVID, and how your brand is helping your customers to have a growth journey with using these technology which you're offering?
So communication today is becoming more about connectivity, right? It's not just about two people talking to each other. It's about everybody realizing, the organizations, the enterprise realizing that it's about the employee to the employer connectivity. It's about employer to the customer connectivity. It's about employee to the customer connectivity. So from all channels, the communication has to happen. It's an omni-channel platform which we're trying to build across. And that's what Tata Tele is now also trying to integrate in its value system. From a point of time, we were just a telecom player. We are now trying to move into as a digital player. And that's what our mission and vision statements also talk about. Now, our intention is to connect 150,000 customers by getting digitally adoption to these customers, by doing some partnerships across the value partnerships, which is for the customers who want to do big, right? So that's where TTBS is now moving towards.
Okay. So we are aware about that you're having a very strong channel base in India currently.
Right.
So can you brief about those strengths, what you have currently?
So we are a 100% partner company, right? And we've got about 1,000 partners which are spread nearly in about 32 cities nationally. Now the partners, if you look at the background, were primarily at one point of time a telecom connectivity partner. Now as we move forward, the kind of partnerships which we are doing today are ones who are proficient and efficient in cloud platforms, who are efficient in our telephony platforms, and that's the future which we are moving towards. Talking about we've tied up just recently with Microsoft, and as recent as about 2 months back we've tied up with Google. So now our partners are going through the skill enhancement programs about how we do the integrations, how we sell up Azure services, how we sell up cloud services. And that's the kind of movement we are having with our partners.
Okay, so in recent time we have seen Smart Flow solution is doing quite well in the market. So how do you see the adoption, especially in the north region?
Smart Flow is primarily a cloud telephony platform. Smart Flow is a brand. The product is what you call, it's a telephone on the cloud.
Okay.
So instead of a telephone being at an office, now it's situated at a central server at a data center of ours. Now, what that brings on table for a customer is that you've got different segments. You've got a BPO segment. You're a customer who's today using a customer service line. For example, any of the large enterprise, you use a iPhone, use a Samsung phone, use a Whirlpool washing machine, any retail consumer brand you talk about. Today, if you call them up, their agents were sitting at one point, at a specific place in Delhi or Bangalore or anywhere else. But what SmartFlow brings on the table now is that you can place your agent anywhere, even sitting at home. Similarly, we were doing outcalling when you had campaigns running in, you had election campaigns running in, or you had campaigns for your sales running in. Everybody gets a call wherein agents pitch up their services for certain products which they are selling up. Now you can do that sitting from home. So the way the industry is perceiving the cloud telephony services and specifically SmartFlow is making wonders for us. We are transforming. We have today the best of the banks with us. We have today the best of the BPOs with us, right? And slowly we have been coming up with products like virtual assistant, sales management, customer service. So that's the kind of use cases which are helping us give summit to the enterprise.
Okay, so the channel partners, as you said, the channel partners are very important, and you are a typical traditional partner company. So what sort of training, marketing, and all education, awareness, support you provide to your partners?
So as I talked about, the partner goes through skill enhancement programs. Skill enhancement is a very large word in terms of, it's not just about training a program, training a partner in terms of products. When we talk about enhancing a partner skill, it's in terms of how to move himself through the value chain. The partner these are very small SME partners who are tied up with us. So his value chain starts from about understanding the product, how to market himself digitally, how to advertise his products on different social platforms, and then how to communicate with the customers on migrating them to different platforms on cloud services. And that's what we are working with the partners today.
Okay, so margin is very important thing, and obviously the growth of that company who are associated with you. So what sort of margin and the growth opportunity you provide for the partners who are on board with you?
See, I won't comment on kind of margins with the partner uses, but I can certainly tell you that the whole objective of the partner model is at the end of it, the partner has to make on return of investment. If the partner is not making any money, the model no partner model will make any sense. So when we establish or when we tie up with any of the companies, whether it's with Microsoft, Google, or bringing up our own smart flow or our connectivity services, the first thing which we keep in our mind is what are the kind of margins the partner is going to take home, right? And because it's dependent on those margins, the investments are going to come down. So the good part is telecom as a business works on quite efficient and quite runnable margins, right? So it's not a low margin product, and neither it's a very high volume retail product.
Right.
You've got limited enterprises today. You've got about 77 lakh companies in India who are filling up the GST in India today. So 77 lakh is not a very huge number. So you've got a focused approach, and focused approach will only work when there are good margins available for partners.
Correct, rightly said. So this is what means you have hundreds of thousands of maybe customers or hundreds of customers you are serving currently. So what sort of initiative you have to support, give them a best technical support, or what sort of requirement, what sort of training or the installation or deployment requirement they have? How do you fulfill those support?
Customer experience is the bottom line of any product or any partnerships which we are doing. The whole objective with which we are working today is that a customer is able to reach our organization in one click, right? Only if he is able to reach us in one click is that we are able to satisfy his needs. So there was a point of time when to reach out to us or any of the companies across, you have to pick up a phone, call up, you were talking to an agent and then reaching out, right? But now if you look at it, when we are talking about giving our customers themselves digital connectivities, it's important that we imbibe those themselves in our own organization. Today, a customer who was reaching us to us only by phone is able to reach us through a WhatsApp platform, is able to reach us through emails, is able to reach us through our own platform, which is called an iManage. So an iManage is a in-house, inbuilt software which is given to all customers, where the customers can see his own life cycle, what time he came, what are the kind of services he's using, raise his own complaints, and without talking to anyone, get them resolved.
Okay, so that's really nice to know that this kind of initiative you're already having to give a better experience to your customers. So I'd love to know more about the today's program, which is named Ignite, I think. So what is it all about?
So as I talked about just now, that as we are moving the value chain forward, the cloud services play a pivotal and very important role in this value chain. And skill enhancement is the base which we are working with our partners. Only when the partner skills are enhanced through the product development, product understanding, digital marketing, and knowing how to advertise and sell themselves in today's social media world, is then only we as an organization will be successful. So today's program is one of those subsets of that skill enhancement, which is talking about on the cloud services.
Okay, I would like to ask one more query, because your sessions is already going on. I'm just taking this the request. So I just leave you with one query, because you are the industry expert and you know how the technology is moving. So we are already talking about the digital transformation, and how do you see that this technology, any communication technology, this technology, how it is important part for enterprises or SMEs to be in their journey for digital transformation? How do you see?
See, the generation is changing. We need to first understand, right? The people who are now taking over are quite youngsters of 25, 30-year-old. They have been born and brought up in the digital world. Yours and my kids are behaving very, very differently. So today, if today's organization want to do business tomorrow, right, it is that these will be their set of customers. And if we have to communicate to them, it's important that they have to move through the value chain of the digital world. Gone are the times when you're sitting at one place and you thought the customer will come to you. There was a time 30 years back. Then came the time when you thought the customer is not coming to you, you have to approach the customer. Then came a time that digital became the word. But then COVID changed it all, right? COVID brought into balance, wherein people were available either at home or at their premises or at the physical world. And that's the balance we're trying to now break in. If the customers don't move digitally forward, they may survive for another 5-10 years. But I'm sure everybody wants to survive for the next 50-70 years. And in today's world where India is leading up in startups, the kind of startups which are coming over, I think digital is the reward which customers have to adopt.
So rightly said about digital transformation is the key to growth for a future growth, and companies should understand the potential of being into this journey. So Aditya sir, thank you so much for
Thank
talking
you.
to us, and I'll leave you with this because your partners are waiting inside to interact you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.